So, dear strategy fans, Vikings, welcome to Nebulous Fleet Command. Nebulous Fleet Command is an interesting approach. It is trying to make the space battles as complex and unique as possible. In terms of that you're taking care or command of the fleets and decide every little nook and cranny. Like what kind of countermeasures they should do. Should they focus all their energy on certain parts of their ship's shields? Should they focus their energy into their countermeasures? Should they overload their weapons and shoot all they have at once? And as it says in here, take command of a hand-tailored fleet of space warships and use realistic radar, electronic warfare, and advanced movement controls in 3D space. And precision targeting, out-maneuvering, and outwit your opponent in simulations heavy tactical space game like no other. And I agree to that. There's no other that I've seen that goes this complex in terms of space battles. Let's, while we talk about it, let's run the video in the background so you can have a little bit of a feel of what's going on. And it is crazy. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Calculation to the finest. You can see down here that you can focus on comms, radars, on your radar to see what is going on. You can countermeasure that and try to cloak yourself so the radar of the enemy is not picking you up, for example, and stuff like that. You can go crazy. The whole hull over here has different approaches of damages that it can get. It is mind-blowing. And it looks sexy. And there you see the countermeasures of the lasers shooting down the rockets. You can see the missiles coming in. Oh, there's some nasty hits. Oh, blowing through the hull. And wow. Wow. So it is space battle like no other. They try to shoot the rockets off. And I wonder where this journey will go. So far, we only have, I think, some sort of scenarios things to battle with. And as you could see there in a previous frame, the ships are pretty big. So you're sending in your crew around to try to maintain and repair certain sectors of your ship. And look at how many holes it has already. Woo! That was a nasty EMP bomb that went off. So yeah, we're gonna go for, I think, some tutorial to just give you a feeling on the complexity behind it and how majestic it will get. I sincerely hope this will get a nice story campaign. Or it will emphasize and focus on multiplayers and multiplayer tournaments where players control their fleets and fight against each other and set up their tactics and whatnot and just have pure space combat. I can see that as well happening. Nebulous Fleet Command. Amazing intro. Amazing intro. And with that, it's in early access already since 11th of February. We're gonna hop into it and see live at hands how it plays. What do we have here? That's my rank. Okay. The hull badge. Dude, I would love if I can actually modify this hull badge on my own. Let's bring the music in. Ship names. Army of the North. Army of the North. OTN. There we go. Like that. Confirm. Good. So there is a fleet editor where we can craft and create and min-max your ship how you want it to be. Hulls, modules on it. Oh my goodness. Return to main menu. There's apparently mods on them already. Okay, I'm intrigued now. What kind of mods are we talking about? Let me hop really quickly to Steam for 1 second. Workshop. So what we got here? MCR and hulls. Legitimate salvage battles. Or beta. Wow, look at this ship. Display this version's coverage from... Man. You can go crazy already on this game with modding.
Rank up. Hold the line.
What the hell?
This hamlet shall not fall.
Hitboy, welcome in. Thank you kindly for bringing over your people. How are you? How's it going? Can we have a shout out for him? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to Nebulous Fleet Command. Super intense, complex space battle simulator. How would you call it? Single player. Let's make the campaign tutorial. Fleet Academy. Sounds fair. Because we have no clue. We're gonna start from the very beginning. Interface and basic maneuvers. Mac Oopt. Is it Mac Oopt or MC Oopt? These are my friendly. First is Small Beginnings and the Dust NS Dusty Tome. Okay, we have Mark 62 cannon. We have some jammers. And we have 2 VLS launchers on the ships. Mission summary. Welcome to Bradford Commander. I'm LT Hazel, and I've been assigned as your instructor to get you speed with the command interface on your warships. Gotcha. Let's hop into it. Let's hop into it. Exclamation mark demos, chat, if you want to try out the demos on your own and have a look at all the demos that we have available from Hooded Horse during the Steam Next Fest.
Commander,
and maybe
I'm
even
Lieutenant
further.
Hazel. I'll be guiding you through the trials to determine
Hello,
if
Hazel.
you're cleared for operations. The brass has their eyes on you, so try not to embarrass me.
Okay. The brass. What is the brass?
Let's get you familiar with the view controls first. Hold down the left mouse button and drag the mouse to angle your view.
My left mouse button. Okay. Oh, okay.
Now use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out.
Zooming in and out. Gotcha.
Most importantly, moving the view. Use W, A, S, and D to pan
Okay.
the view. E and C will raise and lower your view in the battle space, respectively.
A and C. Oh.
And that's it. Let's move on to the actual interface.
Okay.
You can select a ship either by clicking on its icon in the battle space, selecting it in the ship list, or pressing its corresponding number key indicated in the ship list.
Okay. 1.
Commands on the line.
2.
For your orders, Commander.
I see.
You've selected a ship. Now if you want to focus your view on the ship, you can use the F key. You can
F
also
key.
do this by double tapping the ship's number key to both select and focus on the ship at the same time. When focused, your view will automatically track the selecting unit until you move the view.
Lovely.
This ship in particular is the Rains-class frigate. It's
Okay.
the most common warship in the fleets, with a generous
And
balance
that's
of
small
speed,
begins.
agility, armoring,
That's
and
its
some
own.
good
Cool.
room for a good mix of support modules and weapon systems.
Fair enough. Gotcha, Lieutenant Hazel.
You'll also see at the bottom of the screen a readout of the selected ship. This is the ship information bar, and it's a list of the status of modules, weapons, current orders, and the general posture of the warship.
We got cannons. We've got a bullseye radar. We have VLS launchers. Gotcha. Okay. We have throttle control. We have maneuvering postures. Direct. Dude, radar, comm. Electronic support modules. Weapon control. Battle. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Commander.
This window is the damage control status board, and it'll be one of the most important items when in battle, as it shows the condition of all modules on the ship as a color gradient.
Yeah.
Green
Yeah.
means functional and undamaged, while red
Good.
means heavy damage.
Good.
A destroyed module or weapon is indicated in gray.
Fair enough.
Damage control is a whole can of worms, so we won't be covering that for now. Let's move on. Next, the mount
I like
status
Lieutenant
display.
Hazel.
This shows the status of all external mounts on the hull, which could be weapons, defense systems, or utilities.
Fair enough.
Currently, all of our mounts show green with a black slash, indicating they're operational but idle. If you're ever
Okay.
confused at what a color or a symbol means, you can hover over the color status icon with your mouse to see what's
Idle.
going on.
Fair enough.
Lastly, we have the posture controls. These define how the ship will operate. From here, you can control maneuvers, which sensor systems are enabled, and toggle specific defensive systems.
Yes! Give me that!
We hear
Right now, I've disabled most of these so we don't toggle something by mistake. But we'll go over the systems later.
Okay, gotcha, Lieutenant Hazel.
So you know how the interface works, but what about issuing an order to a ship?
Yeah, what about that?
The ANS Small Beginnings is reporting that their drives are online, so we'll get that frigate into a nearby position.
Okay.
Select the ANS Small Beginnings and open the action menu by right-clicking anywhere in the battle space.
Anywhere in the battle space. Right-click.
On the left side of the menu, select the Move or Movement submenu to see all available movement commands.
What?
The POS or
Orbit
position
position,
command
move position.
will order the warship to move to a position and hold there. Select
So you can
position and
orbit
move
a
the small
position,
beginnings within
you
500
can move to
meters of
position,
Waypoint Atlas.
hold heading, drive course towards that, roll the ship from with ship, clear that, assume lead, and it will stop. So we want to move position.
This is the dial widget, and it will allow you to accurately select a position on the plane the ship is currently on by moving the cursor. You can left-click to confirm an order, or right-click to cancel. To change the elevation, hold left control and move your cursor up or down.
What?
You can also issue waypoints by holding left shift and marking a path. The order will only be confirmed when left shift is released and you click again. Don't
Okay.
forget, if you need to get a better view, you can still hold the left mouse button to angle your view even while the dial is open.
Oh!
Lay in a course for the Small Beginnings to position itself near Waypoint Atlas.
We are en
There we
route,
go.
Commander.
Oh, its speed is going up? So there's actually physics happening? Oh, the sound of the thrusters. They have like little side thrusters as well. Nice. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm way too easily excited about stuff. Oh. Nice. We're moving to the point. Warning: prolonged use of flank speed will cause damage to the engines. Reserve emergency use. Flank speed 1/3. Oh, flank speed exceeds the acceleration even further. Nice. I like that little pff sound that they do when they trigger
In the future,
the
you can also
engine.
use the M key as a shortcut to issue move to position orders.
M key. Gotcha.
Now let's talk formations. Because only one ship can be commanded at a time, formations are crucial for grouping your forces and keeping management simple.
Yeah. Flag speed is overdrive. Sounds like that, right?
The ANS Dusty Tome is reporting they're ready for orders, so we'll have them fall in with the Small Beginnings.
Okay.
Select the Dusty Tome and open the action menu.
We're on it.
The formation command can be found under the Move submenu and is issued with the FRM or Formation button. You can also
Form
use
with
the
ship.
keyboard shortcut Left Shift plus F key.
Oh, and I can
You first
tell him
have to
where it
designate a
should
ship
be.
as the guide ship. This ship will be the actual leader for the formation, and all warships following the guide ship will try to copy their current orders. Select the ANS Small Beginnings to mark it as the guide.
Formation.
Oh! This is good! So you
Next,
can
you'll need to
create your own
designate a position
formation
for the
and
Dusty
how to
Tome
move
take
the
up
whole
its
fleet.
formation. The dial functions exactly like the movement command, but it's relative to the guide ship. Pick a position for the Dusty Tome to keep station on.
Yeah, we did that already.
The Dusty Tome will move into formation, and they'll try to follow the guide ship as best they can.
Nice.
If the guide ship is moving when the ship is ordered to form up with it, the guide will automatically slow down to allow the other ship to catch up. You can have as many ships as you want in a formation, but keep in mind that there are drawbacks to having a lot of closely packed ships, beyond white-knuckled helmsmen. Spacing is key, and sometimes you need to split up. Ships near each other create a larger radar return, making stealth and evasion more difficult and allowing the enemy to detect you at a longer range. But we won't go over sensor coverage just yet.
Oh.
You can see the structure of your fleet and its formations in the ship list, which dynamically updates to show which ships are in formation with each other.
Oh, yeah, there's the little connection here. So these ships are connected to number 1. Cool. That's
Orders
the
can be
Tome's
issued to your
information.
entire formation at once by opening the action menu in formation mode. This can be done by using left shift plus right-click with any ship in the formation selected.
Awaiting your orders, Commander.
Formation ship. Oh, nice.
The action menu will indicate it's in formation mode by displaying the number of ships the order will be delivered to.
Oh, okay.
For formation mode, don't worry about which ship you have selected, as the order will be delivered to all of them. Easier that way.
Fair enough.
Movement orders are
I love that
special
tutorial.
case, as they will always
So
be
good.
routed to the guide ship, and the whole formation will follow them. Now let's get the whole formation moving in a direction. The Drive Course command, found in the Move submenu as the CRS or Course button, will order a ship or formation to travel in a certain direction indefinitely.
Oh.
Select the Drive Course command now. Do not issue the order just yet.
Okay.
When it comes to picking directions in space, you'll use the Sphere widget. It's similar to the Dial widget from before, but allows for
Oh.
choosing directions more uniformly. It can be a little tricky at first, so take your time and get a feel for it.
Oh, okay.
Moving your mouse cursor around will position the target on the surface of the sphere.
And they
By
keep
holding left
course
control,
towards that.
you will log the direction and be able to change the radius. This is useful for weapons, as you'll see in a later lesson. But for choosing a course, we really only care about direction. Know that the cursor will remain on one side of the sphere, even if you pan the view. The initial side is determined by where your mouse was relative to the ship when you first opened the widget. If you need to switch the side, hold left control and draw the radius back through the center until it's on the opposite side. Get some practice moving the cursor around now, as selecting a direction or position in 3D space can be very disorienting at first. When you're ready, issue the order to get the formation underway in the given direction.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. Oh, this is cool. Send discourse.
The formation will now drive the course until told to do otherwise. Careful not to lose attention and let them get too far. We've had an incident in the past, and I'm not going to fill out more paperwork.
Lieutenant Hazel. Jesus, they sent me a Commodore with no clue about space combat operations. I love it. I love it. Bob Dorito, I did.
Lastly, let's break the dusty tome back off from the formation. To do so, all you need to do is select the ship and issue a standard movement order to it. That will override its order to keep in formation.
Okay.
Aye, aye. We're on the way.
There we go. It's not information
Well,
anymore.
congratulations! That completes your first lesson in maneuvering ships in the battle space.
Move.
We'll
Stop.
cover more advanced topics like weapons employment and tactical view in the next lesson. I'll see you back at the academy.
Nice. Nice. That was a nice intro into movement. Okay. I actually had super much fun with Lieutenant Hazel in the tutorial. Not gonna lie. Dan Kontrak, how you doing? Welcome in. Oh my god, Terra Invicta space combat is so raw compared to this. Yeah. This is focusing only on space combat, so it's crazy in detail. We'll see in it a bit. Now we just learned about how to maneuver it. Ooh, Chad managed to complete 50% of our 12-hour stream challenge goal. Nice, nice. So we want the next tutorial. That is weapon employment. Of this dynamic campaign in full release. We will see. So far, they were focusing on the fleet battle itself. We'll see if that it will get a story. We'll see what happens down the roads. They're in early access right now, so you can check it out. ! Demos will show you all the demos that are available. Maybe the first Nebulous fleet might be focused on multiplayer combat. But I see that we have already campaign mode. I see there's probably different story missions that will you get a fleet pre-designed to do a certain task, I guess. But we'll see.
Now comes my favorite part. Weapons and how to use them.
Gotcha, Lieutenant Hazel.
Don't worry about that red contact over in the distance. It's a decommissioned frigate that's been tugged out here for target practice.
Oh, I can't see it yet because it's not on my comms.
Before we get to weapons, we need to learn about the tactical view. You can switch between tactical and normal views by pressing spacebar.
Spacebar. Oh my goodness. Okay. Take the
The view controls here are the same as before, but you can zoom out much further and get a better idea of the situation in the battle space. Take a moment to look around now.
Tells me exactly where something is. where my ships are.
The tactical view provides you with a lot of information that you wouldn't be able to get otherwise. It's your primary way of knowing what's happening around you. You'll be using it a lot.
Fair enough.
The range plane shows you both elevation of targets and their distance from a given point. When no ships are selected, it sits at the center of the battle space.
Ready.
Okay.
Select the small beginnings now to see how the plane changes.
Go ahead, Command.
Yeah. Shows
Take
me
note
my
that the range
ranger.
plane moved to center on that ship. It'll also track with it. All ranges will be indicated relative to your currently selected ship. Notice how the line from the enemy track to the range plane has a slight curve. This is because elevation and range are not directly related, so the contact's distance on the plane must be projected onto a sphere. This layout makes it easy to determine the range of a target by looking at the position of the plane relative to your selected ship's capabilities. The dotted lines represent maximum ranges of your ship's systems.
Yeah.
Red indicates offensive range, blue
Okay.
is sensor range, and
Yeah.
defensive systems are green.
I have no green! There is no green! We have no defensive systems.
While there are common ship configurations found throughout the fleet, most ships have some unique capability. The ANS Small Beginnings is configured with 2 Mark 62 twin-barrel 120mm cannons and a 16-cell vertical missile launcher.
Oh.
I'm unlocking your weapon systems now, so let's put
Aye,
gunnery to
Hazel.
the test with some tried-and-true naval fire.
Oh yes, please.
There are several ways to target weapons. The fastest and simplest is by shooting directly at the sensor track. To do this, right-click the red sensor track to bring up the action menu in track mode. The action menu will indicate it is in track mode by displaying the target's and track number in the space.
7712. Okay.
It will automatically open the weapons list if there are any weapons on the ship.
Okay.
The active targeting mode is shown at the top of the list. Right now we are
There's
in track
targeting
mode,
modes?
indicated by TRK. We'll talk about other modes later.
What?
Select the cannons from the weapon list and light up the target.
Yes!
Solution locked in.
Gimme! Are you pew-pewing? It's pew-pewing now! Boom, boom. Each projectile that is shot is actually calculated and has a trajectory. A lot of the ships are boxy and we don't need aerodynamics where we're going. Yeah, we don't need that. I mean, definitely seeing some hits there, looking good.
If the guns can't hit a target, the ship will automatically roll itself to get currently active weapon on angle on the target. This is called unmasking. Right now you'll notice that our fire is pretty inaccurate. This is because our targeting solution isn't using a fire control lock. The
Okay.
red dot jumping around near the track shows where our sensors think the target is.
Oh, I see it. It's like moving around there. Around the target. Boop, 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 boop. Okay.
We're reading you.
Let's improve our targeting accuracy by locking the target with our bullseye fire control radar, located on the top of the ship.
Top of the ship.
To do this, right-click the track and select the LCK, or lock, at the top of the action menu. You can also use the X key keyboard shortcut.
Locking target.
Lock the target. Oh, now it's fixed. My god, finally a strategy game with beyond visual range engagement. Dude. This is
Notice
huge.
the new icon on the target. This indicates that the target is locked on and is providing much better accuracy and increased update rate on the target. Remember, not all ships have fire control radar, and you'll only be able to get a lock with ships that have them equipped.
Okay, fair enough.
Right now we are shooting armor-piercing, AP, shells at the target.
There's
Armor-piercing
different
is effective
shells?
on armor plating, but will only deal damage to internal components directly in the shell's path once it punctures the hull.
Okay.
While any damage is a good thing, we can deal even more damage by switching the shell type to high explosive, dealing
No
damage
way!
to a wide area in the target's internals. We use high explosive, HE shells, against targets of appropriate size or smaller, or larger targets with heavy armor damage. HE shells cause much less damage to armor, but penetration will explode inside and do damage to all nearby components and personnel.
Yeah.
To switch to HE shells, first open the action menu in track mode by right-clicking the track.
Okay. Done.
In the weapons list, next to the cannons entry, click on the ammunition icon to open the ammunition list. Click the 120mm HE shell option to select it. The ammo switch is now pending and will only be executed if a new fire order is given. To begin firing the new ammo type, click the weapon group to confirm the ammunition change.
Cannon.
Knock him out.
Now we'll select the small beginnings and watch what it's up to.
Oh, now the shots are green now and not the purple anymore.
mount's display shows the ship's cannons are firing and cycling. When the yellow bar is filled, the cannon will fire again. We can also see that the fire controls radar is solid green, indicating it's active and it has an active lock-on.
Okay.
Here's the active orders list, showing an icon for each order the ship is currently
Locking
executing.
track
Right
and
now we
firing
have an
cannon.
order to fire our guns and an order to lock the target.
Exactly.
Have the small beginnings hold fire and break their lock-on by right-clicking on the order icons to cancel them.
Ceasefire.
And that's the basics of gunnery. The key thing is to know what ammunition to use, especially as your target takes more damage to warrant the big stuff. But what if you don't have a sensor track? Take a look at your ship's hulls, and you'll notice the 4 white octagons on the sides. These are radar panels, and provide coverage for their respective sector of space. There's also a central control module inside the ship, which track what these panels see.
Ooh, what?
When panels are damaged or destroyed, you'll lose coverage in that area. Similarly, if the radar controller is destroyed, you'll lose all coverage in all directions. Obviously, fighting blind is not a good thing.
Yeah, I agree.
But that won't put you out of the fight just yet.
Okay.
Direct fire weapons like cannons can fall back on visual targeting, where the crew
Visual
will provide
targeting?
targeting data to your guns using onboard optics. So,
Okay.
I've ordered your crew to disable the radar. Take a moment and observe what happens. You don't want the first time you're operating without radar to be the real deal.
No radar.
With sensors disabled, you will now see
He's
visual
gone!
contacts when you have one of your ships selected, and nothing when no ship is selected. Visual contacts are only useful to the ship that actually sees the target, unlike the sensor track, which was shared across all ships. If you don't see anything, you'll need to move within visual range, about 3,200 meters. I've created a marker in the general area for your reference.
3.2.
That won't happen in actual battle.
Yeah, I hope not.
You can fire on visual contacts the same way you did with the sensor tracks. Use visual targeting to fire at the target ship with the small beginnings guns again.
Ready.
Enemy location. So the last known enemy location is over here. Can I do that? Wait, let me zoom into you. Weapons. Cannons. Dude, I can roughly shoot towards where I think it is. What the? Are you kidding me? Shoot towards that direction.
Yeah, we've got him now.
What? So the enemy position is up there. E to go up. Actually, let me hop into this here.
Repositioning.
Up there. Hold your fire. Chat, this is crazy. So we're going on visual range. Imagine open space. Did you find the enemy ship? Yeah, let me look at the dark blue ship in the middle of the void. Exactly. Man, I love this. This is so good. So waiting for... There it is! There it is! Move! Stop!
Zeroing speed.
Zeroing speed, weapon, lock
Locking
on.
the target. Solution
Shoot it.
Locked in.
Oh, we got a few hits already.
In a situation like this, you can imagine things are not going too well for you, but you'll at least still be a threat, so don't feel too cut up if your sensors go dark.
Fair enough. Oh, nice little hits.
Now missiles. The ships in this fleet carry 2 variants of the SGM-2 series anti-ship cruise missiles, the Thunderhead and the Hurricane.
Okay.
The Hurricane is a command-guided missile, which means it is guided to the target by a launching ship. If it misses the target, it will come back around and try again until it runs out of fuel, is shot down, or finally hits the target.
Do you hear that? The metal is creaking as the hits are coming in.
Command missiles are very difficult to avoid. The only way to defeat them without destroying the missile itself is by destroying the launching ship or jamming its sensors or communication.
Fair enough.
The downside is that the Hurricane must be shot at a sensor track. If you lose a track, the Hurricane will be useless. Let's
Fair
launch 3 Hurricane missiles at the target. Start by opening the action menu in track mode on the target.
Gotcha. Weapon. Hurricane.
How
Is
can we help
this its
today,
own?
Commander?
No, she said Hurricane, right?
Receiving.
Direct CDM. Reload all weapons. Roll ship. Clear. Need to right click directly on the track icon.
Now select the
Oh.
SGM 225 Hurricane
Thank you,
with
Steph.
the weapons list. This will queue up a single missile shot at the target and leave you with an active track selection widget. Multiple missiles can be fired with a single order using the left Alt key. Hold the left Alt key and click on the target to add 1 more missile per click. The number of queued missiles is shown next to your mouse cursor.
What?
To issue
I
the
got 3.
order, you can either click the left mouse button with the left Alt key released, or you can press the Enter key.
Fire!
Solution locked in.
Once you've issued a launch order, you'll notice the mount status display will show the
Oh,
number
that's
of missiles
burning.
that are being spun up for
And
a launch.
putting smoke out.
It takes time between when the target is
Oh, here they
selected
come!
and when the missile actually leaves the ship. This warm-up time is when the weapons control system brings the missile online, checks it for errors, establishes a reference frame for the IMU,
Here they
uploads
come!
the target package, and more.
Oh! 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 Bam! Look at that! And the Metal Creek, it is... Oh, yes!
Programming time varies by missile type, with more complicated missiles taking more time. The number of missiles that can be warmed up and programmed at the same time is referred to the ship's maximum salvo size. And
Okay.
It varies from ship to ship based on its configuration.
Makes
These
sense.
2 frigates each have 4 channels, so
4
4
channels.
missiles can be fired at a time.
Yeah.
Missiles are one of your most limited and precious resources, second only to the ships themselves. They are extremely powerful, but extremely scarce. You'll need to know when to use them, as it can't be replenished under normal circumstances outside of a port.
Okay.
A frigate like the Rains will be crippled by only 2 or 3 missile hits, but in a real fight it will often take more than that to penetrate an enemy's point defense, which are a serious threat to Hurricanes as they tend to fly in a direct path. The ANS Dusty Tome is carrying a different missile loadout. Select the ship now so we can take a look at it.
Send your traffic.
Got 2 V2 launchers.
This frigate is carrying Thunderheads, an active radar-guided missile,
Thunderheads.
which means it carries its own method for finding targets, allowing it to seek targets by itself.
Okay.
It can be targeted in the same way as the Hurricane missiles, but once it has left the tube, it's entirely autonomous. When it reaches the end of its path, it will activate its onboard seeker and begin searching for a target.
Oh! So you can pre-direct fire towards a section where you think there might come something out, so the rockets automatically lock on target and already... Oh my goodness.
The greatest benefit of active missiles is that they can be sent on complex waypoint paths, allowing
Exactly.
for multi-angle strikes and even hitting targets behind asteroids. But we'll cover that when you get to your advanced missile trials. For now, let's just fire 3 Thunderhead missiles at the target as we
Gladly.
did with the Hurricanes.
Gladly. 1, 2, 3.
Sending it.
So, Dusty Tomes. Here they come. Sending them out. And they start flying. Can I follow? I would love to. Oh yeah, they're F. Follow the missile. Ooh! Oh! Oh! Bam! This is so satisfying, chat.
As easy as it is to use active radar missiles, there are some downsides to their operation. The first is that the missile must find a target within the cone of its seeker in order to track and kill it.
Fair enough.
This makes evasive maneuvers such as course changes an easy way to defeat active missiles fired at long range, especially against fast-moving targets.
Yeah.
The second shortcoming is that active seekers are easy to decoy with chaff and other countermeasures, meaning more missiles need to be used in order to score a hit, as active missile radars are particularly sensitive to jamming and decoys.
Fair enough. That
But
was
that should do
good.
it for your weapons trial. I'll have Fleet Logistics retrieve the dummy ship, and I recommend looking into all the weapons when you get your chance. I'll see you at the Academy.
Wow. Come on, I thought we could blow this thing up. But the complexity of it is already mind-blowing to me. Exit anytime. Lopez, how you doing? Welcome in. So. Let's see some more. Damage control. So now we're getting hits.
Alright, ready for something really nerve-wracking? For as long as you're out here in space, it's inevitable that you're going to take a few hits over the course of your career.
Okay.
In reality, the odds of us coming out unscathed in an engagement are exceedingly low. If you want to stay fit and combat effective, you're going to need to learn how to repair damage. Let's begin.
Well, let's make that happen. Lopez, how you doing? Welcome in.
Select the A and S Small Beginnings.
Small beginnings.
I've had my boys set up some simulated scenarios for us to cover. Just stay cool. You'll start seeing some damage come up.
No!
For the purpose of this training exercise, I've just simulated damage in 3 of the Small Beginnings subsystems.
Oh,
Mount
yeah,
1,
there.
the main radar controller, and the Combat Information Center.
Okay.
In the ship list, you'll notice a number of new icons have appeared.
Yeah, fire. Broadland radar and disable components is the basic CIC.
The orange number indicates the number of damaged components with active debuffs, which affects the performance of those damaged components.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a fire, it will be indicated here. Obviously, a fire in an enclosed space is a serious threat to ship survival. It'll slowly damage the ship over time, and it'll also slow down the working speed of damage control teams.
Okay, so fire
This
first.
red number indicates the components have been damaged to the point where they are no longer functional. This also includes components which have been completely destroyed.
Okay.
The red chevrons indicate the ship's command system are not operational, meaning they are no longer receiving any orders. Open the action menu to see what it looks like. The text at the center of the action menu will display "Not Receiving" when a ship can't receive orders. This is because
Okay.
the CIC, or Combat Information Center, has taken critical damage.
Mm.
You may have warships with backup command systems that allow maneuvering orders to be carried out while the CIC is disabled. This allows you to get your ship to safety and effect repairs. However, this ship isn't fitted with that.
Oh, okay.
Going back to the ship's status display, we can see the damaged components and their locations.
So in other words, if you create fire on any ship and the CIC hits, they are not actively fighting against you because they are trying to, seize the damage what is happening inside of their ship. If I understand this now correctly, because all commands are off in terms of that. So if you manage to hit some frigates with, I don't know, missile and create fire inside, that means you can move up on it and take it out before it even can do anything against you.
By clicking on the status display, we can open the damage control board. Do so now.
By clicking the status display? Okay, there we go. Wow!
The damage control board will show all of the components installed on the ship
repair
and
team.
the current status. You can use the filter buttons at the top to suppress things that you don't want to see.
Components restored.
Okay. So they're taking care of the fire over there. And it takes some time until they do that. 38%, 52%, 67, 71. Oh, that is nice. Okay, fire's out and now they are trying to repair that thing over there. Nice! So we're chilling today. That sounds like a nice day, Lopez. Also, Stephen Cat, thank you kindly for the help out there.
Your damage control officer will automatically prioritize repairs based on how important a component is. For example, your reactor and CIC are going to be priority 1, as they're critical to the operation of the ship. If you have your own priorities, you can click on one of the items on the board to prioritize it manually. Prioritize items are highlighted in blue. Keep in mind that changing priorities frequently can cause teams to move around a lot, which wastes valuable time that could be used for repairs.
Fair enough.
Damage control teams are stationed in a DC locker and will move from there when damage is taken. It'll take time for repairs to start,
DC
as
locker
teams need
down
to get
here.
themselves and their tools to the casualty.
And if the DC locker is destroyed, well then you're fucked, because you can't repair it.
You can see the progress of the damage control teams by the gauge filling up on their token.
Exactly.
Hazards like fires are their first priority before they'll begin repairing actual damage, as these can deal damage over time.
Fair enough.
The important thing to remember is that once a component has taken damage below 90%, it can never be fully repaired back to 100%. Maximum repair is 10% more than the lowest integrity level the component had at the time of repairs.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
We'll let your teams work before we continue.
Let's do that.
Let's do 2 more drills. The first is a component restoration exercise.
Good.
The CIC is now destroyed, with the integrity at 0%. Repair teams won't begin repairs to get it operational again, without you explicitly telling them to do so.
The repair teams won't begin repairs to get into operational again without...
You'll need to get it repaired. In the damage control board, find the CIC and use left shift plus left click to order your repair teams to start working on it. Once it's repaired, the ship will be able to receive orders again.
I hear ya.
This must be done manually, because restoring a component is a time and equipment-intensive process. The equipment to do so is stored in the DC locker, and each locker only holds enough materials for 1 or 2 restorations.
Oh, okay.
Although the CIC is disabled, and this ship can't receive orders to move or fire, you will always be able to prioritize damage control to attempt repairs.
Fair enough.
But this means that your repair teams are extremely vulnerable. They're moving into parts of the ship that are actively taking enemy fire, and could very well be killed.
Oh.
If all the personnel on a team are killed in action, you'll lose the team completely. If you run out of repair teams, you won't be able to repair at all. You can't replenish teams outside of a port, so keep that in mind. We'll
Fair
wait
enough.
for your teams to finish their work, then we'll continue.
Good. Wow. Wow! Chat, I'm blown away by the complexity. I love it. I love it. So there, I've done the
Now
basics.
that the CIC is restored, the Small Beginnings is ready to receive orders again. Lastly, we'll do something a little dangerous, a catastrophic scenario.
No!
Most component damage is localized, and will only affect the part of the ship where the damage was received. On the other hand, catastrophic scenarios are situations which, left unchecked, will eventually take the whole ship down.
Please don't!
These situations include reactor overloads, magazine explosions, and fuel line fires, just to name a few.
That can happen?
Your repair teams will automatically move to prevent catastrophic damage, so there's not much you can do except watch. Just get a feel for what it will look like.
Reactor. It's blinking. Oh god, it's totally not stressful. Reactor overload. So that can happen with if you use the throttle on flank. This will cause the engines and the reserves for energy use. Yeah. Prolonged use of flank speed will cause damage to the engines. Exactly. Oh. Imagine a shell hits a fuel line in your ship and rips the ass away from your ship, and then just the front part of it remains. I wonder if the ship breaks apart, you can see crew members falling out and stuff like that, like we did in Cosmoteer that we checked out yesterday. Oh my goodness, this is intense.
Your damage control officer will always prioritize repairs for a situation like this. The ship's survival always comes first.
Fair enough.
Notice the flashing warning icon in the ship's list. Below
Yeah.
the icon is an estimated countdown before the situation gets out of control.
Oh god.
Out of all of the catastrophic damage you might see, reactor overloads are the most deadly. Your teams know how to work with a damaged reactor, but fires and other hazards can make it a nearly impossible task to complete. Should the reactor go critical, you'll see a reactor bloom with a blast radius of about 1.5 kilometers. Standard doctrine states to move all of the friendly warships out of the danger radius of a ship with an impending reactor overload. Be careful around enemy wrecks as well. Your weapons could have damaged the reactor housings, and you'll get little to no warning before they go off.
Oh my goodness.
But Commander, that's it for your damage control trials. Just keep an eye on your teams and be smart about their movements, and you'll come out just fine. Remember, the ship's survival always comes first.
If you fly close to an enemy ship that you just taken out, and you do not know if their reactor is actually overloading because of that, it could end up in them going poof and damage your ship as you fly by. What? Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is crazy. By the way, a streamer friend of mine, SD, is making a tournament on this year. If you want to know more, let me know in the comments when you watch the video. I'll send you the information, or maybe I'll even put it down in the information in the description to get in touch with him if you want to take part in this tournaments. Wow. Okay. I want to know more now. Give me more. What if we lose 20 crewmen? Because maybe, I don't know. I can tell you. Sensor and electronic warfare. Okay, now it becomes intriguing. How many more do we have here? 8 lessons. Okay. Lesson number 4. Sensors and electronic warfare. Fuel line fires. PTSD from shipbreaker.
It's critical for you to understand your sensors and the things that affect them, as they act as your eyes in the battle space. After all, you can't shoot what you can't see.
Fair enough.
But now it's time to learn how they actually work. How to evade detection while spotting the enemy, and how to fool your opponent is absolutely paramount to a successful engagement. Let's begin.
2 trackers out here.
Select the ANS Small Beginnings.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
The first thing we'll talk about is your signature size and methods of signature control.
Okay.
Active sensors like radar detect enemy ships by bouncing radio waves off of them. The physical size of your ship, combined with the angle of surface and the cross-sectional area from the viewing angle, affect the size of the returned energy.
Okay.
In other words, the same ship will appear on sensors at a longer range if its broadside is facing the enemy versus being bow on. The smallest radar cross-section for the Rain's frigate, for example, is from above and below the port and starboard stern.
Yeah.
You can see the size of your signature by hovering over the signature summary on the ship information bar.
Ship information bar. Hovering over. Signatures increased. There we go. Oh, okay.
There are other contributing factors to the size of your signature, including what modules are active and how many ships are nearby. Right now, there is another ship nearby, which is boosting the size of the radar return and making it so the enemy can see us at a longer range.
How complex is this getting? Wow.
Let's lower our footprint. Move the small beginnings more than 250 meters away from the dusty tome, so you won't contribute to each other's signatures. Don't move towards the enemy. We want to keep our current range.
We're on our way.
Okay. Move to the sides. It's activating the side thrusters only. Is this 200 meters? I don't know. Now signature is nominal.
Holding our position.
What position?
If you hover over the signature summary with your mouse, you will see the nearby ships modifier is gone, reducing
Exactly.
our overall footprint.
Oh.
It's good, but we'll need to do better if we want to hide ourselves from the enemy.
Hmm.
On the ship list, the yellow icon indicates that the ship is spotted by the enemy sensors and is being tracked.
Okay.
Similarly, a red crosshair here would show that the ship is locked by the enemy's fire control radar.
Oh.
We have a good set of tools to reduce our radar footprint even further. Let's see what we can do to shake the enemy off.
Tell
This
me.
switch will toggle our radar systems off, greatly reducing our footprint.
Reduced signature.
This switch disables our communication suites, which can provide a modest reduction in our signature size.
Controls radiation states of the ship's sensor suit. All sensors operate under the same uniform condition. Disabling sensors will cause the ship to become reliant on the sensors of other ships in the fleet. It will reduce overall signature, making it more difficult to detect. Comms going down. Signature is
Go
minimal
ahead and
now.
turn off both of these now and see how it affects our signature size.
Minimal. Wow.
You may be surprised to see that even with your radars off, you are still seeing tracks. This is because the ANS Dusty Tome still has the radars and comms on, and is transmitting tracks to the Small Beginnings, sharing their own data.
Oh.
Hover over Signature Summary with your mouse to see how changing these emission settings altered your signature.
Radars off, comms off. Okay, minus 10 only, with the radars off with a minus 25%. Okay.
If you didn't move too close to the enemy, you'll notice that the yellow icon indicating the ship is being tracked has disappeared. If you are still being tracked, it might be because your hull is at an angle that maximizes radar reflections.
Oh, wait a bit. Does it mean if I tell it to move like this
Commander, moving out.
and be more directly on it, that my lock-on will disappear?
Even then, a lower signature size reduces the distance at which the enemy can detect you, even if you are well inside their maximum sensor range.
Okay.
Disabling emissions also has the added benefit of making you undetectable by passive sensors. Passive radar sensing is typically able to detect you 125% further away from your maximum radar range, so being invisible to it has an obvious benefit. The downside, of course, is that turning off your radars means you can't detect threats as easily.
Fair enough.
Similarly, disabling comms means that the ship is no longer transmitting any tracks it sees to friendly ships in the fleet. Ships with their comms off will still be able to receive tracks from other transmitting ships, so they can act as a silent shooter.
Oh, I see. So you can have one ship being the ship that you want to be seen by the enemy, have their comms on and stuff, and transmits information to the other ships from their sensors, but have the other ships be invisible to the enemy sensor and therefore have silent shooters, as he says.
Go ahead and re-enable both the radar and the communications on the Small Beginnings.
Okay.
Now it's time to experience what having your sensors jammed feels like.
Okay. Give me sensors jam.
Confusing, right?
What? What is going on?
The enemy jammer is saturating our radar with radio waves, making it difficult for our systems to find legitimate contacts. This noise of contacts is what we are seeing, instead of the real radar picture.
Oh, that is just cool.
Notice that we lost track of the ship in front of us, but the one on the right is still clear as day. This is because jamming only affects the area around the direction that is being jammed. Keep this in mind when you're trying to use jamming to protect your own ships.
Oh.
We do have a tool available that can be used in a pinch, the burn-through sweep. Not all radar modules have this, but it allows for a short, high-powered sweep in all directions. To execute the burn-through sweep, open the action menu and select the BRN or burn-through command on the top. Then, as quickly as you can, attempt to lock the target. You can use the X key for the lock-on shortcut.
Copy that, Commander. Negative. That's out of range, Command. Awaiting orders, Commander.
Good.
Enemy buzzer detected.
Locked it on.
Burn-through sweeps will show a unique icon for detecting
This is
targets,
cool.
making it easier to spot the target through the noise. The icon will linger for about 30 seconds to give you time to lock on. Locked targets are much less susceptible to being lost through jamming.
Okay. How cool is this? This is how
That's it.
actual radar
Most
jamming
of the time
works.
you'll be able to maintain a fire control lock in spite of jamming. But keep in mind that jamming power stacks, so a fleet with enough jammers active at the same time will break any lock. Because burn-through sweeps use a much higher power output, they also have the added benefit of being able to spot smaller, weaker contacts at a greater range. This is useful for finding small scout ships or approaching missiles. The downside is that the higher power output runs the risk of causing damage to the amplifiers every time you use it, so be careful not to burn out your radars.
Fair enough.
Your other option for burning through jamming is simply to get closer to the enemy, brute forcing your way in. Just try not to get sunk in the process.
Fair enough.
Jamming the enemy ourselves can be as easy as right-clicking their track and selecting our jammers with the EW weapons menu. However, these targets are far enough apart that they won't both be covered by the cone centered on only one of them.
Okay.
The ANS Dusty Tome is carrying a blanket radar jammer. We'll use
Dusty
that to
Tome.
jam both targets by catching them both in the jammer's cone of effect by targeting a position between both contacts. You can target a weapon on a position in space by opening the action menu by right-clicking in open space instead of on a track, and use the sphere widget to target a position between the two contacts. Remember to use the tactical view, as it will give you precise bearings for positional targeting.
Okay. Too far. Max 10 keel. Why am I somewhere back there? Hello? Please come back here. They're both in my sphere.
Copy that.
Perfect.
Moving eastward.
When in the tactical view, you'll see each track's position projected onto the sphere of the widget. To blind both of them, aim for a point between those two projected positions.
Exactly. Oh! Look at this!
Remember that you can change the radius of the widget by holding left control and drawing the radius in or out. And like that, they can't see us anymore, just like what happened to us.
And
They
we're
can
not...
also use the same tactics like burn-throughs or approaching us to
We're
sift
not
through the
locked
jamming.
anymore. Okay.
While jamming power is additive, it is not linear. The more jamming signals that are present in an area, the more they begin to create destructive interference and cancel each other out. Think of
Okay.
it like diminishing returns.
Yeah, yeah.
Even if you don't successfully jam the enemy's tracking of your ships, an active jamming signal will still reduce their sensor accuracy. This is particularly devastating for point defenses, which are shooting at very small, very fast targets and therefore require great accuracy. Using standoff jamming in coordination with your missile salvos will make them devastatingly effective. Let's try it.
Okay.
Fire off the missile salvo at the enemy ship ahead, and see how their defenses react with your jammer active. Watch how erratically the enemy defenses are firing. Point defense requires pinpoint precision, which your jamming is preventing by flooding their sensors with far too many false contacts. When using jamming to cover a missile attack, you'll still need to watch out for airburst point defenses like flak guns, as they don't require much accuracy.
Okay.
Most importantly, the blanket jammer has a 90-second firing time. This is to prevent the amplifiers from overheating and being damaged. However, there are times where you absolutely have to be able to use the system, or you'll lose the ship. In that case, you might not care whether the module destroys itself.
Fair enough, yeah.
This is what Battle Short is for. Select the ANS Dusty Tome if it isn't already.
It is.
This is the toggle for the Battle Short mode. When this
Battle
is
Short
on,
mode.
all equipment safeties are disabled, and the equipment will continue to run until it destroys itself. Reserve
Okay.
it for emergency use, or you'll hear an endless litany of profanity from the damage control officer.
This is the coolest tutorial I've had in a long time.
When Battle Short is enabled, active components with active duration timers will periodically be damaged.
Okay.
However, they will only begin taking damage when they exceed their normal firing time.
I hear you.
One last thing to note is that most electronic warfare modules are single-cycle systems. That means they won't repeatedly fire on the same target after their cooldown period. And you'll need to designate a new target every time the system comes off cooldown.
Okay.
Jamming is an extremely powerful tactic when used at the right time. Use it to cover your retreat, confuse enemy fire, cover your missiles, and anything else you can think of. With that out of the way, that should do it for sensors and E-War. I hope I made it easy to follow, because the guidebooks on these are nightmarish. I'll see you back at the academy.
She did it. The tutorial is actually giving you step by step a breakdown of what is going on. I mean, if it throws you in there, you probably would not understand half of it. Like, what is that button? What is this? What is doing this? What is doing that? And even so, it'd probably be hard to follow at the beginning, to catch up with all the mechanics and whatnot. But heads down for a very, very good tutorial so far. Advanced maneuvering. So we have 3 more, 1, 2, 3, 4 more lessons, and then we're gonna try a skirmish. It has multiplayer at the moment, yes. You can make skirmishes against other players or NPCs at the moment.
Space is vast, Commander. There's usually no cover, and if you're lucky, you can see a threat coming kilometers away. Knowing how to move your ship is one thing, but knowing the right maneuver will make sure you come out on top.
Okay.
You can definitely make it out of a fight in one piece without using advanced maneuvers. but you'll see quite a good drop in repairs if you employ them correctly. Before we get started, let's order the Dusty Tome to enter formation with the small beginnings, so we can see how these commands affect other ships in the formation when issued to the guide ship.
Okay. Dusty Tomes, they said. Order an NS Dusty Tome to enter formation. Oh, form with ship. And be over here.
Lead on.
Now let's try our first new command. Select the ANS Dusty Tome and open the action menu. All of the commands we'll learn about in this lesson can be found under the Move submenu.
Okay.
The ALD, or Assume Lead command, will cause the formation that this ship is in to restructure itself with the selected ship as the new guide ship. Issue this order now.
Forming up.
It's not
Good.
uncommon for the guide of the formation to come under fire first, as it's usually the most important ship, making it a prime target. Should it become disabled, its escorts will hold position around it. Sometimes you want them to hold the line, but there's other times that you need to sacrifice that disabled ship to save the others.
Fair enough.
When you have a large formation, the Assume Lead command will save you precious time reorganizing the formation around a new ship that can lead the survivors to safety.
Yeah.
It's a lifesaver, literally.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Since the Dusty Tome is the guide now, let's keep it selected and start covering the rest of the orders. Open the action menu and the Move submenu. We'll first cover the ORB, or Orbit command. This command is useful for keeping your ships moving continuously around a target without having to make hard direction changes constantly. Select it now, but don't issue the order yet. This is a two-stage command just like the formations. The first task is to select the orbit anchor, or the position the ships will travel around. Let's set our anchor near the enemy target. Once you have selected the orbit anchor, we'll determine the radius and the angle of the orbit. Notice that when you change the angle of the sphere widget, a dotted line now appears. The dotted line denotes the actual path that the ships will follow. The arrow near your cursor denotes the direction that they will follow along the path. This is determined by the side of the sphere your cursor is on relative to your ship. Go ahead and issue the order now. Make sure there are no obstacles in the path. The circle will turn red if the ship might hit something in its orbit.
Course laid in.
If you want, you can open fire on the target you're orbiting to see how your guns will behave. The real utility of the orbit command is that it keeps your ships moving while keeping a side facing the target on the inside, allowing most weapons a good angle at the target. If you just drive a course, you'll eventually have to turn your ships around, or you'll lose the target behind an obstacle, or just slowly start to mask certain weapons as the angle increases. This will cost you valuable time while the turrets swing around. Orbits help prevent this. The downside, of course, is that your ships will be exposing the same armor to the enemy constantly, allowing them to whittle it down before they lay in heavy munitions. You'll also be presenting a good angle for radar returns, meaning you might be an easier target. You can orbit this target as long as you like, and play with the weapons. When you're ready, issue a drive course order to get our ships heading off into open space, so we can try the remaining commands.
I'm not ready.
Waiting for your orders, Commander.
Want to see more poo-poo shoots going on. Ceasefire, electronic warfare, guns, visualize. Okay, I cannot lock target. It's not available here for me. The sound. Fa-ding! I love that every hit is actually visible.
Waiting orders. Preparing lock.
Wait a bit. On this one.
Receiving. Got him in our sights.
I would like to blow it up. One, two, three, four.
Missile is away.
Let's go crazy.
Set traffic.
Warning, too close.
Waiting orders.
Oops. Stop moving. Oh my goodness. The hits. Hurricanes. Let's make 2 salvos of 8. I'll just go ham on the hurricanes here now. 8 shots. Oh, here they come. 4. I want to see this thing go boom. Oh! Here comes the second salvo. Oh! Oh my goodness. Oh. Wow. So much pew pew. I love it. Let's go ham on the salvos. Give me 2 salvos again. No. Hurricanes. 8 salvos. Gimme. Look at that. Somebody please clip this. Oh! And it hits right into the flank! Oh! The shots! Look how the penetration bullets are coming out on the other side. Vroom. And another one. Oh. The poor ship. How is it still standing? Is it because of the tutorial? Oh, the poor ship is just being penetrated from all sides. Let me see if I can do some HE shells on it.
Got him in our sights.
Yeah, green shells now. And they even hit differently. Look at that penetration shot going straight through. Oh my god. Okay, let's do one more last one. They have still 4 rockets left. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Salvo out.
Standing by.
1, 2, 3, 4. Give me all of them.
Target confirmed. Missile away. All tubes are empty.
Let's see this. Here they come. And boom. I love that metal creaking. How is this thing not ripping apart? I love that it's actually getting pushed towards the asteroid. And a penetration bullet just flies through and hits the surface of the asteroid behind. Nah, I think it's just an empty hull with no stations in it. Then we just, you know, shoot at it. But I like that it's kind of burning and creating this smoke around him. Cool. Okay.
Standing by.
Let's issue a drive course. Move. Core drive course. Give me... Let's fly towards this direction.
On the move.
Okay. Stop firing.
Send traffic.
Stop firing.
Waiting for your orders, Commander.
Oh, small beginning. Or with ship. Wait a minute.
Standing by.
Dust the domes. Form with ship.
Aye, aye. Falling in.
You should drive course order to the formation to continue.
Waiting orders.
Formation ship. Drive course.
We're on the
Over
way,
here.
Commander.
Was it counts? I hope it counts. I hope it counts. Dude, that poor ship. And it looks like it is still keeping moving towards the asteroid. So I think in a sense you can use physical force or explosions. Maybe you can have bigger explosions that actually force another ship to get pushed to the side and maybe hit an ongoing ship. Issue drive course order to the formation to continue.
Receiving.
So I did that. Shift is for the formation. Drive course order.
Moving.
Yeah. Good. Of this heartbeat. I'm impressed so far, Chad. I'm impressed so far. Oh my goodness. Use the issue drive course in order to the formation to continue.
Send traffic.
I did that, didn't I? Or do we have to leave this area?
Send traffic.
Orbit, move to position, drive course, hold, roll ship, form with ship, clear, all stops. Let's do all
stop
stops. And now tell it to, I don't know, drive course this direction.
We're on the way.
I did do it! How far do we have to do this?
Waiting orders.
Wait.
Reporting.
Oh, wait a minute.
Waiting orders.
Does the tome need to make a formation with
Forming up.
the other way around? So there we go.
Send traffic. Course laid in.
All right,
There
two
we
more
go.
commands to cover. Both are very situational, but you'll be glad you've got them in your tool belt. Better
Okay.
to have it than not have it at all.
Fair enough.
Open the action menu to the Move submenu and locate the HDG or heading command. The distance you draw the sphere widget out to doesn't matter here, as we're picking a direction instead of a position. Select a direction that is different from the course the formation is currently driving.
Okay.
Roger that.
Oh no, to the dusty tone. Where's
Standing
that?
by.
Move. Hold heading.
Aye aye.
Notice how the entire formation is turning to face that direction, but continue to move along in its ordered course. A modified movement order like this is indicated with a blue box around the movement status icon.
Oh. So
Normally,
trying
your
to-
ships will turn into any course they are following, as this allows them to use their main engines and provides the best acceleration.
Yeah.
However, when withdrawing under fire, this can expose the main engines, and especially the drive module in the reactor, directly to enemy fire. The hold heading order is useful to keeping the bow pointed towards the enemy, protecting your most vital components during retreat.
Oh shit. Oh. What?
To cancel a hold heading, as well as the next command we'll talk about, use the CLR or clear command under the Move submenu. Clear the heading hold now.
Receiving.
The last command we'll cover is the ROL or roll command. We'll do
Roll
this
command.
for the ANS small beginnings this time. Select the ship and select the order now.
Roll ship.
The roll command will allow you to select a new direction for the ship to use as its up direction. Move the mouse around the widget and click the left mouse button to select a new up direction.
Understood.
Ordering a ship to roll may seem trivial, but like I've said, your radar panels may get taken out by enemy fire. If this is a scout or a spotting ship and it needs to provide targeting data right now, rolling the ship over to expose the functioning panels may be necessary.
Oh.
Also notice that the small beginnings rolled independently of the guide ship, but is still keeping formation. A roll order can also be cancelled with the clear command. And that's it. It may seem simple, but if you use any of these little tricks right, you'll start seeing a difference. I'll see you at the academy.
Wow. My mind is just blowing away. How cool is this? Advanced missile tactics. Let's go. So this, oh my goodness. This is like very advanced tactical maneuvering. If you manage to fine-tune your skills on commanding those things, I think you can do crazy battles.
Out here in the cold void, missiles are like diamonds. They're valuable and scarce, and you won't be able to refill your cells under most circumstances. Unless you want to wind up with empty launchers while your enemy is fully stocked, you'll need to learn how and when to use them.
Okay.
You can always come back here to practice with missiles, but I can also give you a rundown of what you can throw downrange.
Good.
You want to take the reins in practice, or would you like me to guide you through it? I've got plenty of time.
Instructions.
Sounds good. Let's get you familiar with advanced missile operations.
Good.
The enemy ships in this scenario won't shoot back at your ships, but they are all equipped with different types of point defenses, so it won't be as easy to hit them as last time.
Good.
There are 5 enemy ships in the battle space, but we can only see 3 of them right now.
Exactly.
I've disabled your drives for this, as you'll get the most training out of your current position. No cheating and all that. We'll start by firing 2 command-guided missiles, the Hurricanes, from the ANS Small Beginnings at the group of 2 ships directly ahead of us.
Standing by.
Small beginnings. 2 ships ahead of us.
This is the same as during the weapons trial, except now we're going to test the target's defensive capabilities.
Okay.
As a side note, you can track all missiles with your camera by selecting them, or just hover over them with your mouse and hitting the F key.
You can track all missiles with your camera by selecting them or hover over them with the mouse key. Okay.
Don't worry if the missiles get shot down on their way in. Targets have their point defenses on the ventral side of the ships, and since we're below the targets, we're at a disadvantage.
So we want...
Guidance Nebulous online.
Stop it. We want one hurricane over there,
Locked in.
and we want one hurricane over there.
Tube clear.
So, let's see them come out of the ship. There's one. Okay. I'm curious. Oh, there comes the flag shots. Trying to hit the rocket, and boom, he got hit. Oh, the sound of it is so good. And the other one got hit as well.
We could ascend and take the elevated position on the targets, but trust me when I say that they can roll their ships to cover the angle much faster than we can get into a more advantageous position.
Yeah, makes sense.
You may recall from the weapons trial that I mentioned you can plot complex paths for certain missiles to follow. We're going to work up some clever missile strikes.
Okay.
The easiest way to lay in missile paths is in the tactical view. Toggle it with the spacebar and keep it up. We'll need the extra space.
Good.
In the weapons trial, we were always using track mode, and in one case visual mode, to target our weapons. Some weapons, and especially missiles, also have a position mode that lets us directly choose points in space to shoot at.
What?
Because the Hurricane missiles rely on a constant sensor track from their launching ship, they can't be shot at positions. So let's switch over to the Dusty Tome, which is carrying Thunderheads.
Dusty Tome, Thunderheads.
To target the weapons in position mode, open the action menu by right-clicking in open space. Don't right-click on a track, as this will put the weapons in track mode.
Okay.
Open the weapons list by clicking the Weps or Weapons button on the right side of the action menu.
Good.
From the list, select the SGM-206 Thunderhead, but don't
Good.
confirm a launch order just yet. You'll recognize the sphere widget from when we used it briefly in some of the previous trials, but we're going to
Exactly.
get a lot of mileage out of it now. There are a few things to notice. The first is the red cone at the cursor location.
Seeker
this
field.
represents the missile's seeker field of view. When the missile reaches its last waypoint, its seeker will activate, and any target in that cone will be locked on by the missile. It's important to remember that the missile seeker and warhead are inactive until it reaches the last waypoint. Because of this, it's important to leave space between where you place the last waypoint and the intended target. A good buffer will allow the missile to correct its course and establish a good path to intercept the target.
Oh, this is beautifully said. Okay.
The next thing you'll notice is the dotted lines and the circles projected onto the surface of the sphere. These
Exactly.
are present because we're currently holding several enemy tracks on our sensors. It's very easy to get fooled by perspective in 3D space. These tracks are projected onto the sphere, so you have a good point of reference for the direction the track's relative to your cursor. The most effective way to aim at your target correctly is to look at its projection on the sphere, not the target itself.
Okay.
Before we get to the complicated stuff, just try firing a single missile at the group of two ships by positioning the cursor inside one of their projected circles and clicking the left mouse button.
Well, how about we go crazy in terms of that? And make the waypoint over here, and then hover over it like this.
I'd hate to be on the other side of those.
Okay. Let's see that rocket make its magic.
Unless you're extremely lucky, this missile will likely be shot down on its way in. Now let's use cruise missiles to their full advantage by laying a path that attacks these ships from the top, where they have no point defense coverage.
Oh, top. My bad.
Start up another missile order, and I'll walk you through creating a path and taking multiple shots from the same order.
We'll see, we'll see. So this was from the side, yeah, because it's from the bottom thing. They still have defense things and it's get hit. Okay, but on top they do not have that. So interesting. Interesting to know.
Quiet. Command's on the line.
Dusty Tome. Weapons. No, was not the Dusty Tome. Was
Standing by.
Small Beginnings. No.
Send traffic.
Thunderhead.
We hear you, Command.
Thunderheads.
We're going to arrange a top-down attack using Thunderhead missiles. Remember to be in the tactical view to get the most information and see the projected lines. In order to help you out for this one, I'll place markers for the waypoints we'll use.
Okay.
Place waypoints just how you would with ships. Position the cursor in the vicinity of waypoint 1, and hold the left shift key while clicking the left mouse button to add the waypoint. Don't worry about being exact. Anywhere in the vicinity will work.
Oh, I see.
I'd hate to be on the other side.
No, 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 no. Stop. Weapons, thunder cap. So one up here.
Now do the same for waypoint 2. If you find it helpful, you can lay in your own path to reach the elevation we need to land a good hit.
Over there.
Now comes the tricky part. We want to fire 4 missiles down on top of these ships. In order to do so, position the target circle so it's facing the targets. Then, hold left control to draw the radius out until it's about halfway between your last waypoint and the target. Remember to give some relief space between the selected position and the target, so the seeker has time to activate. Take your time, and remember to reference your cursor against the projected circles, not the tracks themselves.
Yeah,
When you're ready to start placing shots, hold the left Alt key and click the left mouse button. 1 missile will be fired per click when the order is finally issued. I recommend spreading the shots out in a cone a few degrees across, so the salvo has better odds of finding the target. An added benefit of this is that when missiles acquire a target, they'll curve back in on a trajectory that naturally confuses any point defenses they may encounter. To issue the order, either click the left mouse button with the left Alt key released, or press the Enter key if you have
Our community grows.
Oh my.
We'll wait till you score a hit on one of these 2 ships before proceeding.
Oh my, oh my. The quick arrests. Welcome in. Thank you, Calvin, for hitting that hard button. 2, 3, 4.
Missiles away.
Good. Let's see if...
Don't worry if you don't get any hits, just try again. It's not like these things are expensive.
I love Lieutenant. I love her. She's amazing. So, no. I want to follow the rocket. Please, thank you. So, we have now issued the waypoint of the rockets to come from above, so their anti-missile parts will not hit us. Waypoint 2, and now it should go downwards, if I did it correctly. And seeking targets. There we go. And coming in straight hot from the top. And boom!
Now we're talking.
Yes! Oh, you can hear the emergencies inside. Whoop, whoop.
Attacking ships from top and bottom limits the number of mounts that can defend against the attack.
Fair
It
enough.
also has the added benefit of increasing the surface area of the vital internal components which are exposed to your fire, meaning more damage is more likely to be done once the missile connects.
Fair
I'll be
enough.
honest, Commander. I made you do this one the hard way so you could get some practice with the sphere widget on a target you could see. You can also accomplish the same thing using target reference points, which you can find under the signal menu as the TRP button. We won't do it now, but feel free to practice on your own later. It'll allow you to create a single waypoint for some missiles to travel via when firing on a track, but keep in mind that not all missiles support this.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ready.
Let's move on to another type of missile.
Okay.
The A&S Fatal Spell is carrying a few SGM-233 Gale semi-active guided missiles.
Semi-active?
Missiles have a passive seeker and require an illuminator to home in on a target. Think of this like a radar flashlight.
Okay.
The illuminating signal can be provided by any ship, not just the ship that launched the missile. But that signal must be painted on a target for a missile to home in on it. Without it, the missile is just an expensive dud. The benefit of semi-active missiles is that they are significantly harder to jam or decoy, because a ship can output much more energy than a missile can.
Oh.
Illuminators can be found in the action menu under the EW weapon list on the right-hand side.
Okay.
Illuminate a target.
Illuminate. Let me go in here. A little bit further. Somewhere around here.
Roger that, Commander.
Your illuminator has a 90-second firing time before it turns off so the amplifiers can cool down. You can see its cone of effect in the tactical view.
Yeah. See it.
Before it cools down, fire 4 Gale missiles at the target you have illuminated.
Send traffic.
Gale missiles. Ults. 1, 2.
Target confirmed. Missile away.
Okay. Let's see. Gale missiles. Oh, 4. I did 3. I did only 3.
Preparing to launch.
Zergling, how you doing? Welcome in. Another missile comes out.
Remember, if the illumination signal turns off before the missiles arrive, they will lose tracking and probably miss their target. They'll continue in their current direction, so stationary targets may be struck, but at this point, it's just luck.
Okay, gotcha.
Illuminators also require a direct line of sight to their target. Ships obscured by asteroids won't be painted.
Fair
Now
enough.
let's get some more practice with using waypoint paths. There are 2 more enemy ships hiding in the radar shadows of the nearby asteroids, meaning we can't see them with our own ships.
Oh, I should have shot this Sophia down there, my bad.
Another benefit of cruise missiles and their ability to follow past is that you can shoot at targets you suspect to be in the area but do not hold a track on. This is good for hitting ships that have retreated behind an asteroid or other obstacle hiding from our sensors.
What?
Use the thunderheads on any of the ships to hit the target hiding near the point I've indicated.
Okay. Oh my gods. Let's shoot 4 of them in this direction.
Firing missiles.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop it. Weapon, Thunderheads. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I just allowed to shoot 1? Okay.
Remember to use the tactical view to give yourself the best perspective, and lay in your path so the missiles will turn on their seekers before reaching the target. They'll need time and space to identify a target. While hiding behind asteroids can help you remain hidden from the enemy, it also gives the attacker an advantage. Cover can be a double-edged sword at the worst of times. By hugging the asteroid closely with your missile's flight paths, you can give the point defenses less time to react before they detect the threats. That means less
Time to react to it. Fair enough. So we don't want them to shoot our missiles down. So we are hitting him. Let's go this direction first. Hit the ship near Point Atlas with the Thunderhead missiles. Why does it let me do waypoints right now? Weird. Welcome back, Dingo.
Ready.
There's Hurricanes over here
Standing by.
with Thunderheads. Okay. Oh, now. Ah, okay. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. So let's... let's go towards here.
Missile away.
No. I forgot to hold shifts. Whew. Shifts. Then we go even further down. Let's bring it up here. Shifts. Then we go over here. And with that we make... No. We're at top here. On the cone to be super close. And go over here. And from here we go straight down on the target. Perfect. And we want here to have a full salvo of 4.
Launch confirmed.
Boom. Okay. Whew! Not complicated. So, rockets are coming out. Let's follow one. Let's hope that the point defense from up there will not shoot down here. We are in good range. Good. We're flying good. We're flying good. What are we shooting at? Some target practice here where it tells me how complex the trajectory of rockets can go. In terms of planning your waypoint and letting them fly into from angles where the point defense is not hitting the rockets. And now we're up here and it should now start going downwards. There's point defense starting to shoot at. And we are in range and... Oh! 1 got shot down, 2 got shot down, but 3rd hits!
Good strike. There's one more ship hiding up near Point Boxer, above the large asteroid. For this one, I'll hide the marker after a few seconds, so get a good feel for where it is. This will be your hardest shot yet, so make me proud.
Whoa, 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 Point Boxer. It's up here. Okay. Point Boxer. Okay.
Send traffic.
Thunderhead. Tactical view. So we want it to go up.
Solution locked in.
No, 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 no. Wanted to go up. Okay. And then from here, we want to target it down at it. And we want a full salvo. Give me 2 salvos, actually. And fire.
Preparing to launch.
Have you heard of destroying U-Boat Hunter? I've heard about it. I've heard about it. I'm actually in contact a little bit with the developers on this. So, let's follow one of them. Maybe the first rocket. I hope I put the angle high enough to not hit the asteroid. But it should. It should. Trajectory should be planned so it's not hitting the asteroid. Please don't hit the asteroid. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're coming over. Nice. Nice. Oh, oh, oh. There was some sort of counter shots. Oh god, there's some laser point defense happening. I should have shot it from the other side, apparently. Some nasty laser point defense going on. And we're flying in. And I'm totally missing the target because it's over there. No!
Yes, Commander.
Okay, we have more than enough time for that. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Okay. Waypoint 1. Waypoint 2. We're shooting from this point over here. Waypoint 3. No. Wrong button.
Firing missiles.
No! I forgot to hold shifts. Not easy, Chan. Not easy. But we get there. Okay, let's shoot it up. Then let's shoot it up here. And then let's come down in a cone towards down there. And make 2 full salvos. Fire.
I'd hate to be on the other side of those.
Let's see if we did it right correctly this time. I received an invitation for a wedding. I answered maybe next time. Thanks. You cheeky one. Thunder Blackbird, how you doing? Or you hit the rock bottom. I mean, they have a seeker head in front, so if I put the cone of the sensor correctly, it should hit him. There's some defense shots coming in. So it's over here. It's over here. Come on. Come on. Tell me that I put the seeker cone correctly. Are we seeking? Are we seeking? Damn it. Yes! It's a nasty laser. So I need to come from, I think, the bottom towards it. Oh, we got a hit!
Excellent work, Commander.
We got a hit on the chunky boy. Look at this chunky boy.
That does it for your advanced missile ops. You can come back whenever you feel you need practice. Obviously, I can go through all of this again, but I think you have it under control.
Yeah.
I do recommend practicing the missile paths. When you lay these in accurately and quickly in the midst of battle, you'll be a serious threat in the battle space. I'll see you back at the academy.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Let's try a skirmish now. Let's try a skirmish now for the last part. There's multiplayer, single player, skirmish. Scenario, control, annihilation, time limit, no limits. Let's make a small map. The cliff. Recon image missing. Abyssal. Let's do the abyssal. And we want an... the oak. Bullseye radar. Let's have the oak. Versus the oak. Let's have 2 ships against each other. Abysmal is empty space. Ah, I see. I see, I see. Let's go for the cliff then. Okay. So, let's see these two fight against each other. And see if I have learned anything from the academy. Or will panic in the real fights and just click all kinds of stupid shit. Now comes the real test. Deployment group. So we're coming in from that side. Oh, I can choose? Oh my goodness. On which angle they're coming in. So this is our warp in angle. Of them actually coming from a very nasty angle. It's like here in between the asteroids. Deploy. Warp drive's on! Oh, this looks so sexy. Okay. I'm slightly terrified, Chad. Not gonna lie.
Ready.
Move to position.
On it. Receiving.
M. No. I'm panicking now. It is official panic mode.
Aye, aye. Proceeding.
Okay. Can you pause while giving orders? No! You can't!
Receiving. Send traffic.
Can you please have the hold heading towards this direction? And you guys...
We're reading you.
Let's see if they're coming from this angle. Over here. 1 point over here. 1 point over there.
On it.
Good. And please keep me the heading in this direction.
Aye, aye.
If that is possible.
Send traffic.
Heading over there.
Understood.
Wait, is this... What is the... Is this not the back of the ship? And this the front? At least it looks like that. Please turn around that ship!
Receiving.
Active pause only works in single player though. Is there? You can enable pause in the accessibility option. Can't remember if you can't do that while in-game though. Interesting. Interesting. Consider it can be a good 10 seconds draw a path for ship or missiles. I mean, in a multiplayer match, you don't have the time for that. Probably, but the projectiles and such are not that fast, so there's enough time to maneuver and plan. I think. There we go. We're finally heading. I think it's on purpose that the face is towards the other direction. So you have to maneuver your ships around for the match itself. Okay, you know what?
On it.
Get over there. Full thrusts on. I'm just hoping we're not getting hit from the side, because otherwise we're fucked. Oh, yes, we're getting. There's stuff's coming from there.
Receiving.
Launch decoys.
Aye, countermeasures away.
Paradise point defense. Paradise point defense. Towards there.
Affirmative.
Up. You, my friend.
Receiving. Hull impact.
Move
On
in
it.
this direction. Oh, gods.
Reporting.
We're having one ship alone against others. And give it flank speed.
Enemy locked. Target locked.
You can target lock on that one if you want to. So we don't have any missiles or something like that.
Aye, full burn.
Keep flying.
We're reading you.
Keep your heading position towards there.
Understood. Reporting. Eyes on target. We've got him now.
Fire back. Oh, gods. What else we have? What else we have? Keep the engines on. Normal. Okay. Move.
Zeroing speed. Aye, full burn.
Move over there. And keep your heading towards the direction.
Understood.
Come on.
Send traffic. Opponent disabled.
Are we even landing a few shots over there?
Component lost.
Doesn't look like it. Oh, we have some fire going on. We're taking hits.
Standing by. Component destroyed.
Oh, gods. Yeah, we're having high problems.
Component destroyed.
Yeah, I splitted my ships here.
Receiving. Reporting
and-
internal damage.
Getting high damage.
Component destroyed.
Lock on
Zero
target.
in. Yeah, we zeroed us in.
Here we go. Start shooting at it.
Component destroyed. We're taking fire. We're standing by. Attempting target lock. Solution locked in. Yeah, we've got internal damage here.
Oh, you're no kidding. PC locker. Focus on that one. Oh, this is bad.
reporting.
Move or
Aye,
stop.
aye, breaking burn. Receiving.
Intel pending.
Receiving.
Let's
Component
see.
destroyed.
Signaling, ceasefire, launch decoys, lock target. We do not have anything with our radars that we can do to see them better.
Component disabled.
Other than flying closer.
Set traffic.
This ship is not looking good. It's under fire highly.
Receiving.
Oh shit. Keep heading. Orbits the target.
Component destroyed. Component destroyed. Component disabled. We're moving.
Let's start moving.
Component destroyed. Send traffic.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Internal damage. Component disabled. A little busy here.
Oh, it's not looking good.
Component destroyed.
It's not looking good. Our front is burning.
Component destroyed.
Oh, it's creaking.
Component disabled.
Otherwise, we might as well AFK and let the ship just gun each other down. Not sure what else to do in this situation. There is some invasive maneuvers that I can do, but they're too slow in this case, and they caught me pretty nicely off guard. That there's basically nothing that I can do here now.
Component offline.
And I think we're gonna see the big boom here in a bit. I'm curious though how the other ship is looking. I mean, we
Component disabled.
definitely put some nails onto them as well. We're shooting with HE shells, so they definitely should have some problems as well. Move, orbit the targets.
Force laid in.
So they should be on fire as well.
Internal damage. Component disabled.
I guess so. Ramming speed!
Make it quick.
You know what? We gotta
Component
try that.
disabled. Full burn. Internal damage. Component disabled.
Oh, I have no radar on them.
Receiving. Make it quick.
My radar is destroyed. I cannot see where they are. Oh, this is bad.
All engines. Component destroyed. Component offline.
That is bad. Drive crew.
All engines. Component disabled.
There we go.
Unable to comply. Negative. Unable.
Unable to comply. Oh my goodness.
Emergency stop.
Full stop.
Cannot comply.
Oh, because my cannons are destroyed.
Component destroyed.
Can you ram it? Move into it. Come on.
Get us moving! Component disabled!
Let's see if that actually works.
Vector locked!
Ramming speed!
Standing by.
I mean, the other ship is also not looking so fine. It's also burning like hell.
Receiving.
How about you lock target on this one?
Target locked. Standing by. Receiving. Back on net. We've got him now. Solution locked in.
Good.
They are locking on.
Oh, okay. No commands are able to be issued from this one. Shit, both ships are firing now.
We're online. Ready for orders.
Oh, we're online?
A little busy here.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Opponent disabled.
Ramming
All
speed.
engines. We've been locked on. Moving.
Ramming speed.
Full impact. Not possible, Commander.
Weapons are not working. Antenna. Cannon. I have no resources left. Okay.
Receiving. They've locked on. We've got a man. We are under fire. We've got him now.
Let's do it.
Component.
Whew! Admiral did an oopsie. Fall back.
Make it quick. Get us moving.
Clear the whole lead thing.
Send traffic. Send it. Opponent disabled.
Let's
Full
move.
impact. Affirmative. Moving to position.
Let's move.
Receiving.
You're trajectorying that character over there. You actually now can
Critical damage. Abandoned ship.
critical damage abandoned ship. Oh my goodness.
Aye aye. Breaking burn. They've locked on.
And now shoot him in the ass.
Eyes on target.
Let's go. Now we're gonna
Opponent disabled.
hit him, hopefully,
Component lost.
in...
Attempting target lock.
Lock on target, come on. Hit him!
Component lost.
No!
Opponent disabled.
Holding head. Into this direction, yes.
Affirmative. Component damage. DC teams reported.
Oh, it's come all over again. Exactly, Anyash. If we could hit his rear, oh, that would be freaking fantastic. But it doesn't look like it. We're making a few hits on them. But it is not looking good.
Receiving internal damage. Aye, aye, full burn. We're locking that target. We see them. We have them now.
Let's follow them.
Holding fire. Target lost.
Clear head roll thing.
Component
Target lost? Oh my goodness.
unable to comply. We have them now.
I'm just blind firing at this moment.
Component destroyed. They are chewing us up here.
Oh, I know.
They are chewing us up here.
Oh no. Oh, there's fire in the ship. My magazine is not looking good. Now we're just shooting into the abyss.
Negative. We'll have to get closer. Lock that target. Fire on that target. Light him up.
There we go. Try to hit him. Try to hit him. Right in the ass. Yes.
We're starting to fall apart here, Command.
Let's see if we can throw in some AP shells through it.
We're starting to fall apart here, Command.
AP shells. No. AP shells.
Unable to comply.
AP shells.
Light him up.
Let's do it.
Zeroing movement.
Zero movements. Actually, move into that ship. Let's see if ramming is an option.
Punch it.
Let's go. Is none of my ships working?
Unable to comply. Target is actual. Fire. Let's show them how things are done. Unable to comply.
Yeah, we can't shoot anymore. Corm ship is hold together by flex tape and Corm boards about the magazine.
Reporting fires on multiple decks.
Oh my goodness. So it is dodging us. Okay.
Punch it.
I'm gonna ram your ass. I hope. Or I will hit the asteroid. One of them two. Chad!
Reporting fires on multiple decks.
Ram speed ahead! Oh, we gotta miss him. We gotta miss him.
Moving out. Moving out.
Ram him!
Moving out.
Hit the bastard!
Moving out. Moving out. Can't do that, Command. Gunnery reporting low ammunition. They can't get away this time.
Oh my goodness. Is it happening? We rammed them. Board! On board! Capture their ship! Everybody! Into the shuttles! Jump the other ship! Take it over! I'm not sure that is even doable, but it'll be fun. Would be fun as hell if that would be doable.
Have them now. Unable to comply.
Boarding's on the roadmap? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. That would be hilarious. Okay, we
Command,
blocked him
we're under
there.
fire over here. Aye, aye. Proceeding.
Let's move and let's keep the heading up
Aye,
here.
aye.
Let's go slowly back.
Lock target.
Let's lock the targets
Eyes on.
and shoot. As good as we can. I mean, all my systems are just completely fucked up. And my other ship? Yeah. Just smoking out.
Awaiting orders.
I was hoping for a big boom there, but not gonna happen. Is any of my cannon actually working? Target is masked by hull. Oh, it's the back one. Move. Roll.
Aye, aye.
Roll the ship. Roll the ship and put my heading towards this position.
Aye, aye.
That's what's going on here. This here could not shoot. Keep rolling. The head towards
Aye,
there.
aye.
Come on. If you read the chat, you would know which of your cannons were working. I'm sorry, I'm too focused here. Bye, Q. How you doing? Welcome in. I can't focus. Come on, a little bit more.
Affirmative.
A little bit more. Move.
Forces laid in.
Go, 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 go.
Aye, aye. Breaking burn. Aye, aye.
Roll up. Come on.
Aye, aye.
Yes! Shoot it! Shoot it!
Oh, reverse thrust.
Shoot it, buddy!
Solution locked in. We're unable to comply. Negative.
Give it hell! Give it hell! Come on! Backfire! Yes! He has the bigger gun! Oh no, oh no, oh no! What is happening? The magazine department is on fire! Oh shit, chat, I think we're gonna explode in 30 seconds. I think it will go boom. It's not looking good. It was nice to have served under your command. How much more time? Oh, they repaired it actually. They managed to repair it. Was not looking good. Not looking good. Not gonna lie. Damn it! I was hoping there will be coming a big boom now, but apparently not. It's moral failing.
Channels open. We're reading.
Oh, channels are back up.
Send traffic. Fire on that target.
Yes, fire!
No can-do command.
We're back on track, chat. What are we shooting? We're shooting AP shells. Let's move to HE shells.
No can-do command. They can't get away this time.
Back to HE shells. What's the Stonewall PDT and the VSL launcher? Wait, why can I not shoot with the launcher?
Affirmative. Understood. Now.
I think the VLZ launcher has some decoy that can be launched. Otherwise, that platform
Abandoned ship.
would be able. Okay, abandoned ship. Unless that launcher would be able to shoot rockets out, but apparently we didn't have any rockets. Oh gods, we failed drastically, but it was fun. It was fun. We managed to actually do some damage on one of their ships as well. I don't feel too bad. But, wow. Nebulous Fleet Command for you, everybody. High, in-depth space fleets battles with commands over possibilities and angles that you can have. It's crazy. I hope you enjoy the little bit of tutorial and the terrible loss here that we did. Check out the fleet editor. We did at the beginning. It's crazy good. Like you can design your own ships. You can put all kinds of your own modules on it. What you want, what kind of launchers, etc., etc., and design your own fleet.
Welcome to the Hamlet.
So to say. Wow. For those who missed the beginning and wants to know more about the tutorial, this is all filmed. Feel free to check out the tubes later on. For those watching, thank you for watching. Do the good things, you know. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below. All the good stuff. Thank you!